What is going on, everyone? Kyle, I don't know if I can hear it. Congratulations, Dulcie, on getting first. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's having a great day. I don't want to hear it. Actually, at first, the lateness was on my cat. But the second half, I was about to go live 4 minutes ago, and I got a call from my freaking mother, who somehow has the ability to call me at the worst possible times throughout the day. And no other times, for the record. I will not hear from my mother unless it's an inconvenient time. It's wild. Anyway, hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a great day today. A year later, your peers. Fuck you. Congratulations, Kyle, for stealing the first. That's what you get. I'm not gonna keep quiet now because you fucking want to do that shit. Fuck you. We are starting Star Trek Resurgence today. I'm actually very excited for this game. So this was made by the Telltale devs. After Telltale disbanded, they came together to make this as like a group project or something like that. Show your face. Screw you. But yeah, let's get right into it. I'm actually super freaking excited. That's where I tested it. This is the first thing. We'll do this one. Dramatic Labs. But yeah, how is everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. Today's gonna be a shorter stream. I'm hoping to do one big chapter, maybe two if there's shorter chapters in this game. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Dramatic Labs, their new studio. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was like a new studio or if it's just like a one-off they made or like a small thing that they might do as a side thing or something. I'm not sure. Man, this is bugging my OBS. I might have to full screen it. Wait, where'd the option go? It was here. Am I blind? Yes, we'll have to exit out to full screen this. It is flashing my OBS like crazy. I don't know what's happening, but I want to fix that. Okay, yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't give me this option. But anyway. Let's do that again. Dramatic Labs, an independent collaborator, 20 plus former Telltale writers, developers, designers, artists, producers. Together with new friends and partners, we are creating all new stories you can play. Ooh, that's actually hype. Okay, so it's not like a one-off thing. That's super awesome. I mean, for anyone here, like, they know I'm a huge Telltale fan. So if they release more, I would be freaking thrilled. You don't have game audio. Wait, what? Hold up. Wait, why? You totally should. Uh-huh. Let's try that. Do you have it now?
Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case,
Okay,
change
bet.
is good.
Weird, I must not have main Oh. I wouldn't
Our
have
new
main
first
display.
officer is en route to the Resolute.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Ooh. Good morning, Goldie. Ish. It's not morning for either of us, but hello! Caught it.
Thanks.
No problem.
Send help, I just woke up. My dude.
I'm not great with flying.
Oh my god, thank you so much for the headpad,
These
Stolzy!
little shuttles?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pause this. Thank you so much for the headpads. Skull's late. Listen. Yes, I was. But, in my defense, part of it was because my cat had a chicken bone, and part of it was because my mother has terrible timing. So, anyway, hello, everybody! Aaron, hello. Goldie's Midnight. That's what I'm saying. Dulcie, hi. Magic. Goldie, my dude, you need to fix your sleep schedule.
Are the worst.
You don't like flying. And yet, you joined Starfleet.
There's a reason I'm not a pilot.
You should try it sometime.
Yeah, that sounded way more snarky than I thought it
Sorry,
would. I'm gonna be
a little
honest.
anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
Been resting
I'm
all
on
day.
my way to my first assignment.
Hydrate,
When we get to the
absolutely. Thank you.
starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
Thank you so much.
It won't be easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this.
Someone slipped my hand.
But if she's
Wait,
half
what?
the officer I knew she could become when
Like,
she was a cadet at Starfleet
I-
Academy.
Like,
she'll be
while
the
you were
ex-soldier
asleep?
ship needs right now.
Are you okay? Yeah, who is someone? Some random dude just slit the back of my hand at college. I got into it. Goldie, you get into Okay, this is now an intervention. Goldie, you get into too many fights. Okay? This is like the fourth fight you've told me about. And we haven't known each other that long. How is it my fault? homie, I'm not blaming you, but I am saying there's a common denominator. So there has to be something going on here. This is too many. I need you to chill. The only thing Goldie fighting the urge to sleep is crazy. That is wild. I'm gonna let someone slice my hand and get away. No, if someone slices your hand, absolutely fight back. 100%. But why be in a position where your hand can be sliced? My OBS is freaking out again. I'm not gonna worry about it. Exactly. Just don't be around knives. Easy fix. Can it not just happen at any time? Did it just happen at a random time? Is that something that's
A
happened?
star base on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
Oh, this is beautiful. I love the skybox. But don't worry, it's not like going overboard. For once I took a lot more passive way of fighting. Maybe because I didn't want to deal with the security and police. I mean, hey, shit, you got a point there, I guess. That's crazy.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes
Also,
the
yes, it
Kobayashi
happened at a
Maru
random
look
time.
like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20.
So is England just
Not just
like
in my class.
dangerous?
I mean, all time in the history of the academy. So, there's that.
Yes, yes.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough, but you know, I set
What
my
time
mind to
did it
and
happen,
it paid
Goldie?
off.
And were you drunk at the time?
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
Tenfold. Commander.
Welcome, Commander Ryder.
Oh, I can't see it.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test.
I did, but hey, you did good.
You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor
Hey,
to meet you,
you did
Commander.
good too.
Sorry.
The fuck is wrong with her forehead? I'm pretty sure she's a Cardassian, not a Cardassian. They have big butts. This would be a Cardassian from, I don't know what their planet is actually called, to be fair. It's been a long time since I watched Star Trek. But yeah, I'm a huge Star Trek nerd, by the way. Well, I'm a huge nerd, but Star Trek is one of the things I nerd about. She's literally a dick face. That's fucking crazy. Maybe 10:45 sometime on my first break. Goldie, how does... What? I have zero knowledge about Star Trek, and that is perfectly fine. You tell me, Sherlock. I wasn't there. I was on the other side of the planet. I can't be... what?
I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on
The
solid
pleasure
ground.
is mine.
The pleasure is mine. Ensign.
Well, be there.
Paul
Oh my
Calloway.
god.
Good
Yeah,
to meet
I'm
you.
gonna back Goldie up in the fight
I
next time.
believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
All right, me, Dulcie, Kyle, we're all gonna go back
See
up
you on the
Goldie in this
Resolute.
next fight. Everyone agree? I'm looking for anything I can interact with. Oh, so this is the Resolute. So we are on board the USS Resolute, 92317. Ship repairs. Good day, good day. Hello. Hello. Aside from new movies. So lame. Really? You've always found them lame? Oh my god. Even as a kid, when I was ADHD out of my mind, oh, I could sit down and watch even the older Star Treks. The only one I couldn't bring myself to watch was the first Star Trek with Kirk and all that. I couldn't do it. But Next Generation onward, oh my god, I love it. Kyle, you would probably like Deep Space Nine. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. It's Star Trek at war, essentially, after season 1 or 2. But it's Star Trek at war. Starfleet in this case, but yeah. By the way, still no knowledge what they use. Neither do security or police something metal. What the fuck? I don't like old style movies or shows typically. Okay, that's fair. That is totally fair. Look so bad. No, they look so good. Well, specifically Deep Space Nine, Next Generation. Well, maybe not Next Generation. It had really old sets. It was the first one of the trilogy of that time. But Voyager and Deep Space Nine were both fantastic and had great detailed sets. Warp nacelles at 95%. That's good. Oh, wait. Our forward torpedo launcher is extremely damaged. Also, not a super big sci-fi person. That is completely fair. Yeah, sci-fi is not everybody's cup of tea. That is totally okay. I love sci-fi and I love fantasy. So, I'm pretty thrilled or lucky that I enjoy both.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermont is a Bolian, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin. Are you all right?
Yeah, this guy up here's lost.
Well, I'm not sure
Here's
where
Star
my
Wars, not my
departure
favorite.
document
I like him more
is.
though.
Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Star Wars is good. I
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this
I
dock.
probably like Star Trek more than Star Wars, but I love both.
Right.
Absolutely
Nerves
love
must
both.
be getting to me.
And yes, that one nut.
Thanks so much, Commander.
Star Trek the nut. Star nut, if you will. So, blue skin Thorian. Oh, I see him. He's way over there. Get away, dick face. So, yeah, it's just a little bit of extra cartilage going up from the tip of the nose to the bridge of the forehead.
Starbase 128 has 4 docks. Excuse me, have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
It's awesome. Super attack.
Ah, there he is.
Shit.
Thank you.
You're not
Happy to
wrong.
help, Commander.
God damn it. You're not fucking wrong about that.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
Agreed. Pardon me.
Excuse me.
The Borean.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermont, Operations Officer on the Resolute. Commander? I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
No.
It takes more than a little turbulence to rattle me.
I'm sure
It's
that's
Wando or whatever from Guardians. Yondo, you mean? Yondo, I think? Yeah, it's Yondo.
We're
Yeah, it
grateful
is
you were
Yondo.
able to come fill our first
Fuck.
officer vacancy at such short notice.
That is so
From
funny.
everything I've read and everything
Oh
I've
my
heard, we're
gosh.
lucky you were available to us.
If this
Coming
guy
from
has an arrow, I'm
your
gonna lose it.
starship to our little research vessel.
What
Waiting for this
exactly
motherfucker
have
to
you
whistle
heard
for
about me?
real? That's what I'm
First year
saying.
class at the academy.
That is what I'm
Received the Starfleet
saying right
Award of
now.
Valor during the Dominion
Damn.
War. Most recently, tactical officer and chief of security on the USS Endeavor.
You've
Not
done
bad.
your homework?
Like I said, we're very lucky.
USS Endeavor, I think it's an exploration class. That's the same as the Enterprise.
The USS Resolute.
Or Resolute. Scientific
She may
vessel,
not
I
look
think.
like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than
Yeah,
hold.
what I just say? Hey, let's go.
And she doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, I'm a
considering
fucking
6
huge
months
nerd.
ago, She was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
The equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp...
How's audio levels, by the way? Does the game or
We
anything
thought we
need to
could
be
reach a
turned
higher
up
resonant
compared to me?
frequency, but
If anything's off,
it
please
was
feel
more
free to
than
let
she
me
could
know.
handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other. That's what it means to be a crew.
Yes.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
Did you lose anyone close to you?
Too many. And to that,
That's
I'll just
harsh.
say,
That is oof.
you have big shoes to fill.
Oh, I bet.
Listen, I realize you've known Captain
Listen,
Solana
I'm
for
a-
quite some time,
I won't be there.
And
I'm
I'm sure you're
gonna
ready
be
to
the
bring your
best
best.
commander you've ever had.
but I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Trust is earned, and it sounds like I have my work cut out for me. But I plan on winning them over.
Damn right.
I don't doubt that. I just figured it was better to know what you're walking into.
Oh, this is
course.
awesome. I'm gonna love this.
Starfleet has assigned us a
I'm on to-
high-priority mission to the Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready?
Oh, so I had to go. Jara made a good first. Oh, Jara made a good first impression with Commander Ermad, coming off as shrewd and inquisitive while showing empathy for what the crew and Resolute suffered. Ooh, let's go. Ensign Conway was grateful for Jara's sense of humor when he was nervous on the shuttle flight. Let's fucking go! We are winning these! Holy shit! Okay, cool.
In time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
Holy shit, I'm nerding out. I love this. This might not be a short stream, guys. Oh, Romano.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
Plasma torch would be this, I believe. Nice. Let's go. Okay. Wait, this is actually really fun. I like this minigame. Damn, that was weird. I did not like having to move my mouse like that.
And that... is that.
Perfect. Let's freaking go.
I thought that thing was totally fried.
Oh shit, that's the symbiote! Oh my god, that's the symbiote species!
Nice work, Carter.
They have an internal organism.
Nothing to it, Neely.
Like a giant snake thing
And
that
not
they
a
have to
moment too soon.
cohabitate with
The
and
boss wants
share
us
a
down in
consciousness
engineering,
with.
like
Yo!
now.
I forget what their species is called. I'll be honest. It's okay. Whoa, what's these? A pro? Oh god.
Come on.
Oh. Oh, these are heavier than they look. Makes more sense than zero G. You're welcome.
Yes, I must, I am in a rush after all. Hi.
Good to see her fully operational again.
Absolutely.
she
I'm
breaks,
right here. Keep
just fix
going.
her.
Oh, I'm entering a turbo lift. Okay, I understand.
Engineering.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovok called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
You
Nah,
and me working together.
we got this
We
shit.
can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious.
I love this walk through the ship because this is such a Star Trek thing to do. In every movie, there's always a walkthrough showing
got
the
here before.
corridors.
Lieutenant
So
Commander
this is
Chovok.
so cool.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Ed Solar,
Perfect.
Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Etzelar on repeated occasions.
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies. Simply see to it that it does not happen again.
Sure.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equipment cases.
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the
Huh?
exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the
What?
structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Whatever it
Let's
throws
do it.
at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary.
Well, that's why I didn't go
All
with
that
the
I
emotional
require is that
responses.
you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders.
So we're going to the
Do not
Hotari
delay.
system.
Yes, Commander
that.
Chovok.
I know absolutely nothing about that.
All hands on deck.
Watch Ryzen be on the Hotari
that?
system.
All hands on deck.
And I'm actually just
That's what
supposed to
Chovok
know
said.
that.
You know what that means?
Ryzen is the
It means
vacation
this
planet.
ship isn't ready to go out, and the brass know it.
Wow, I am a
So they're
nerd.
throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
Won't get an argument from me, Nelly. Sure seems like everyone's still scrambling.
And
Yep.
I get it. When has a relaunch ever gone off without a hitch?
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa.
Excuse me.
A lot of new faces coming on board. It's gotta be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
They may not be the same crew we started out with. But they're still Starfleet. They'll know what to do when the time comes.
I prefer the scientific method. Evidence over assumptions. Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the
Hello,
Adirondack.
Miranda. I don't know who
Transfer
you
came in
are.
at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you
I
a
love
proper
this.
welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Super quick, super little, super spacewalky.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go.
Knock, knock.
See you on the other side.
Activating magnetic souls.
I love this. This is so awesome. I need to play more Star Trek games. Or more sci-fi games in general. So cool.
That view never gets old.
Let's go.
This is sick.
Captain Solano should be here momentarily.
Perfect.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium
so
to
we're at
keep your cell
Kobleod.
structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Interesting. A very unique dietary requirement. Ooh, okay, okay. So we got
I
his
can't believe he
diploma.
keeps this around. Don't even know where mine is.
True. To be fair, though, you'd probably get another one made if you were a captain. What's this mineral?
The first mineral Captain Solano ever discovered. Always was the nostalgic type.
Hey, I am too, so I get it. I am too. Let's see. Library, computer access, retrieval system. Okay, cool. My cat is freaking the fuck out right now.
Just a sip of something.
Oh, let's go number one.
Decisions. Rack the Geno.
Hell yes.
That sure has a kick.
Jara Rydek. Last time I saw you,
Person.
it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
Nah, we're good.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it. As I'm sure you've heard,
I like it
we've
too.
had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
You'll have to forgive me. I don't really know the details.
Starfleet has been kind enough to keep the story contained, probably because they want to protect me. But I don't mind telling you. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second.
Oh,
the
shit.
ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed.
Oh, shit.
What would have been the crowning achievement of my career? Right there. Within our grasp.
Wow.
Until it
So
all
much
went
can go wrong.
wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship could handle.
Interesting.
It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
You're being too
Yep.
hard on yourself. It wasn't your fault.
It's not a question of blame. It's about responsibility. No matter what the circumstances. In my defense, I will say, I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission.
I fully agree with that.
Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
Yep.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, it has to be my call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here.
You are the
We
captain
need
of the
a win.
ship.
Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority.
Oh?
Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified.
I agree.
This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hatari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed.
Oh,
I
that's...
imagine
Okay.
the interference will be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details at the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need
I'd
you to prepare
imagine
the
so.
crew for the worst.
I mean, that storm looks
There's
mighty
just one more
powerful.
thing I want to clarify.
Look at those, I would assume, are
The
gravity
metric that
waves?
for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure.
Good,
How
good
that
captain.
might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Let's go. I
Thank
love
you.
this guy.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
Oh, here we go.
Everyone, if I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman.
Lieutenant Handar,
Best
hello.
in business.
One of.
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time. And I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
You've heard of me?
You've heard of me?
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a standard to strive for.
Let's go.
You really do know a thing or two about me. I'm glad I could inspire you, but it's important to chart your own path.
Yep.
Thanks. You can count on it.
That audio got funky.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please
Commander,
do everything
hello.
you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. Have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Let's go! I have a starship, and it's in my command.
So many decks, full of crew that are now my responsibility.
Yup. Wow. This is cool. No, I can't move to the turbo. Alright, this is the weapons console.
Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much. But if it comes to that...
Except this is a video game and Star Trek, so we will. Probably photon torpedoes if I had to guess.
Communications. Keeps us in contact internally and with other vessels. Operations. Staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship.
Yep.
Good thing we have Commander Ermont. The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do.
Same. I can't wait to get in my first, dogfight in space. Is this a secondary helm? Yeah, it is. Okay. Science station.
Science station. The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily. Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude. I'll have to speak with him later.
I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and have a seat. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Tactical hollow dais. Just like they've got on the Excelsior.
That's cool. We have a dais. Alright. Let's have a seat.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Understood. Before I do that... yeah. Any good for suppression? Yeah. Captain Solo was reassured by Jara's modesty and leadership potential after their first meeting. Let's fucking go. Let's check what Carter's managed to accomplish. First of all, we have Lieutenant Commander Chovak. I found Carter to be respectful and responsible when he and Edisler were almost late in the main engineer. Dude, let's go! My boss likes me! Okay, sorry. Miranda felt encouraged by Carter's warm reception when she first arrived aboard the Resolute. Holding out hope there might be some chemistry between them? Petty Officer Maris! Oh my gosh!
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
We're
Every time
walking
out
and
here,
walking
half
and
expect to
walking.
see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her.
Hey, we're working on
That's
it.
character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine. A massive, massive machine.
Yeah. Of course I do.
I'm gonna follow along. I want to see where this
Starfleet's
is
an
going.
Open door. We just have to walk through it. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy.
That's
I wanted
valid.
to go somewhere.
Dude,
See
I
new
wish I
worlds.
lived in a time where we could explore
at
the
a
galaxy.
sky no one's
That'd be
ever seen
so
before.
fucking cool.
Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be. Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the SIF emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
By looking on mobile for now because I'm joining a VRC event, but I said that and laptop thinks I'm cheating. No anymore. No worries, Goldie. I hope everything goes okay. Calibration tool. Oh, we got a bunch of different tools. Yeah,
Get a
no worries at
recalibration.
all, Goldie. Thank you so much for lurking. Hell yeah.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive. Yes, I am the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost.
I just
Now
have
with
no
a
idea why
former
Institute
tactical
is getting
officer as its
pissed
new
at me.
first officer.
I don't even know how to fucking down suffering. Thing makes me want to cry. Dude, that sucks. I'm so sorry that's giving you issues. I hope you're able to get that figured out, though.
I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then?
What's that? I wonder.
You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario.
The captain understands. Thanks for your concern. It's never been a problem. I'll just be chatting on mobile till laptop works. No worries. Well, you're welcome to hang out here as long as you want, Goldie. You know that.
not outside the realm of possibility.
The captain
Captain
understands.
Solano's familiar with my condition. I'm sure it factored into his decision. So I'd have to say it's not a problem.
But we should probably have a contingency plan just in case. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew.
I can never fill his shoes. Try getting to know me.
He was one of my closest friends. So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
I don't think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland. And it would be a mistake to even try.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion.
Okay, so like that's not where you stop when having that
unusual.
conversation.
Unlike any
It would be a mistake to even try. He was his own person, and we should all remember him for who he was, and not think of him as his position. I am taking over his role, and I'm my own person. And you continue. You don't just fucking stop. Of course he was upset by that. Oh my gosh. Always thought I was on walk. Oh yeah, sure. Speaking of weird stuff, someone for Pixie do another meet and greet. That would be awesome. Yeah, I would love for Pixie to do another. Has she like voiced much about it? Also, what did this guy? What's left of mixed feelings about Jara's suitability as new first officer after the... Yeah, well, he didn't like me to begin with, so that's not bad.
At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
What's happening? She says she wants to figure out how to set it up with Shin first. Then there shouldn't be anything. Oh, okay. What the hell?
Trajectory. Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wide-band burst of ionic energy, like a tsunami.
I'm reading power abnormalities all over.
Red alert!
Aye.
There we go.
Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization
Hence
on
why I
screen.
put the worlds in media up. Yeah, no, that's fair. I knew there was a stream potentially happening, but I thought the meet and greet was going to be offline. And I wasn't sure if that, like, we had talked about that or not. Or if she had, I should say.
What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only...
Okay. So we can send a deflector pulse to the wave, which should counteract it. Kind of like sending a wave at the tsunami, hoping to mitigate its effects. However, we will inevitably still get hit. If we position all the shields from around the ship into the front, we could severely reduce the risk. It'd be like putting up sandbags. I think that's a better option. We're going with that option.
Get one shot at this. We can't
Shields.
afford to get it wrong.
That's right, which is why we need to...
It's like
send power
sandbags
to our
versus
shields.
a wave itself.
Petrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a
Shields.
heading.
We chose
only got one
Petrosian's
shot.
path.
Understood. On my command.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
This is it!
Oh, please help
All
be a
hands,
right
brace for
decision.
impact.
Oh, please.
What happened?
We
have experienced a surge of radiation.
Ionic radiate. Oh god. Okay.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating
Smash.
a dangerous
Which one?
imbalance.
Blowing every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
Okay. I don't know the mall. Okay, let's go.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Yes.
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Understood.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure?
Perfect.
I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Okay. So I need to move around the data chips. I guess that makes sense.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Okay. I love disabling our
Heads up,
failsafes.
Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Okay, one to equip phaser. I'm aiming at it. Okay, cool.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
This is awesome. Okay. Well, that was all for nothing. What do you mean? Oh my.
Are you alright?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just you not getting your side, that's all.
just snuck up on me.
That damaged your suit. Energy dampening is down to 60%.
Okay, there we go. Why would you override a failsafe?
We're at the
Well, and let's say for
opening
example,
the access panel.
a fuse is broken,
Now halting
but
the
you
EPS
don't
flow
have
to
an
the
extra
port nacelle.
fuse.
We have
You
little
may need
time
to
before it
overwrite
causes
the
an
fuse
overload
and
in the
just
engine.
hard connect
You
it
must work
if it's an
efficiently.
emergency power conduit. That's one reason you might need to override a failsafe. I don't know why they needed to. I'm just giving you an example. I understand jack shit. Listen, I can only help so much.
EPS manifold adjusters reset.
Hell
to neutral.
yeah. We'll figure it out, Sherlock. Listen! I am!
The EPS lines to the port warp
Hey, that's
engine
not
back in
bad.
balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chovak can...
Wait, what? What? Oh no, the starbase. Oh, shit.
Get down! Here's the bridge. We just lost the docking clamp.
God, it's like you're always on my mind.
Got a lot of debris coming down. All
Give me a
vibrations,
fucking
too.
headache.
We can't finish the
Jesus.
regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
Oh
We
my
have to
god.
release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted
Hey,
with
lots of
exploding
love
bolts
stuff.
for an
Oh
emergency
my
release.
god.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
Our crew's out there.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest
people
way to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander,
Oh my god.
hear me out.
Um.
Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order. Jara?
Sir?
All due respect, sir, it's a more complex situation than when you
Jara,
disembarked.
I need you to do the right thing. We can't have this go sideways before we even leave for the mission.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're
He
gonna
did.
get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
Okay. Yes, indeed. Right. I'm retrying VRC again. Better work. I'm jumping off a cliff in Minecraft, probably. Fair enough. Should we listen to the captain? No, I don't think we do. I think we had to prioritize our crew. That's my job. Okay. Yeah? Okay. Seems like a gun. I'm prioritizing the crew. That's the job of the commanding officer. Oh, this is gonna suck. Reverse the polarity.
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
That was close.
2, 1. Mark!
Ah!
Grab my hand!
Absolutely, I'll grab your hand.
Thank you.
She looks goofy as hell.
The plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Come on, you got this. Dude. Oh my god. Oh, about time you stepped in, Jesus. W plus W. Okay. Hey, I'll take it. Easy win. WW, exactly.
Look out!
Etzelar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the
okay.
nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Etzelar there to access the interior.
Understood.
Roger
I can do
that.
that. Hi, Merlin.
Going there now.
I am going to try and pet you, but I also need to be very careful. You must understand, kitty. Yeah, lots of pets, lots of love, yeah. Merlin, it's a wizard. It is a wizard. It's a very furry wizard. Oh, let's go. She's awake. Hey, I saved your life. Do I get any brownie points? I cast Fireball. Maybe 8 balls enabled? I'm not sure.
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this. Get in there.
Okay, whatever.
You better be right behind me.
Bro? Okay, she's fine. No. That is A-okay. Severe electrical trauma. Okay. First of all, same. Okay. Carter put his own safety ahead of her. Okay. As it was grateful to her sense of humor. Yep. Ooh, he did not approve of Jar's unwillingness about a protocol. Ooh, interesting. Jar's instinct was to protect crew when Starbase ordered her to disengage docking clamps. I appreciated Jar's efforts to explain the complexity of the situation to Captain Solano. Commander Irmont respected Jar's rational approach when she defied Captain Solano's orders and refused to put the crew in. Yes! Jar's inclination to protect the crew when Starbase ordered her to disengage docking beds, and he applauded Jar's efforts to explain the complexity to the situation to Captain Solano. Ultimately, he was thankful when Jar defied Captain Solano's. Yep. Let's fucking go. Myers instinct to protect the crew when Starbase ordered her to disengage. Yes! Jar's efforts to explain the situation. Yes, okay. Fear and stratified his orders and knock load the bolts on dock clamp. Bro doesn't know the whole story.
We're in.
Let's go.
They're safe, bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
Structural integrity field. Okay, I'm loving this game. Holy shit, the decisions.
Carter.
I'm okay. But Etzelar...
Here, let me help you.
Yeah, she got hit pretty bad. Let's take her to medical. Like, immediately, let's take her to medical. Like right now, let's take her, please, to medical.
Medical. We've got one
Yes!
at my location.
Holy fuck, yes, thank you, smart people.
Oh, man.
That's the response time I'm talking about, people!
We'll see you at sickbay.
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Irmont?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates.
Very
to my
good
ready
to
room.
hear.
Commander Rydek, with me.
This is gonna be bad. And I did defy orders, and I did go against protocol. But I saved the crew, and I saved our ship.
You disobeyed my orders.
Yes, sir.
Well?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for that, Captain. I
You
did what I thought was...
disobeyed my orders! And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But
Bro?
what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
You didn't have the facts.
Captain, I told you I'd be honest, so here it is. Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew.
Yes.
Trust me.
Yes.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit.
I believe that.
I guess we all are. And, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the
Holy shit, I was stern, but I kept my
really
cool.
know
I think that was
who went
handled
in those
beautifully.
shoes.
Oh.
So, let's just boil it down to you did what you had to. That'll have to be good enough for me.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday.
I'm glad to hear that.
Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermont, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
Love that, man. Oh, let's go. Successfully talked down the captain. And I think he was happy. Also had misgivings about his orders being defied, but remained willing to place his trust in his new first officer to live up to expectations. Let's fucking go. Alright, Butte.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar. That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari system.
Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what?
Fireball on my nuts? What the fuck, Kyle? Do it. Make way. Engage. I like engage.
Engage.
Let's fucking go.
Simple, but effective.
Thank you.
Easy.
Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
What the hell is the issue?
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Commander, help me get her inside.
Okay, maybe the science officer had a valid concern. Well, that's sure gonna hinder my fucking ability. Specifically to engage with my crew and get them to trust me. Damn.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on her, but she'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your duridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest,
hello.
I've never met a Kobliad before. You're
rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming.
What if duridium is a
Maybe
rare
even
resource?
a burden at times.
It's an honor, yeah.
It does make me unique, but it's not a burden at all. I'm honored to be Kobliad, to represent my people.
As you should be. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake.
That's a fact. Yeah.
What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery.
Tenure.
The major innovation. Something he can put his name on. The more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take. People become blinded by their own ambition. I've seen it happen before.
I think after what happened, Captain Solano's learned his lesson. And whatever ambition he once had is on hold for a while.
He may say that, but we'll see what happens.
Fair enough.
And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge.
Mm.
It took guts to defy a direct order.
Let's fucking go. The doc likes me too.
I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO.
I'm glad I made the right call, I'm not gonna lie.
Completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
Then, my work here is done.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
That looks bad.
I can't even imagine what it must have looked like. I don't want people to get the wrong impression.
No, not at all. You don't have to feel embarrassed. Everyone understands this is part of what it means to be Kobliad. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Let's fucking go. Oh, this dude. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I have a second character.
Complete the diagnostic sequence, and this shuttle will be cleared for service.
Yes, sir.
The storm in the Hotari region will interfere with our transporters, so we need all available shuttle.
Once we get to the Hotari region, that might be a good place to call it. Right before everything like kicks off.
Excuse me, Commander.
Save that for the next stream, possibly tomorrow.
I will leave you to your work.
I stopped by sickbay and saw Nilly. I figured you'd want to know.
Did the doc get her fixed up?
She's stable, but there's something about the storm's radiation that's making it hard to heal the energy burns.
That doesn't sound good.
She's toughing it out. Dr. Duval said she'll be back on duty soon, though.
Come on. I have to run the final diagnostic.
I can't stay long. I've got a long to-do list before we get to Hotari. Things are piling on faster than I can check them off.
Wow. I can help you too. I mean, shit. One thing at a time.
Tactical and security are short-staffed.
We'll just have to take things as they come. Control what we can, and roll with the punches.
Next thing you're gonna tell me you're listening to Andorian jazz.
No.
The point is, the right time might never come. So, I'm just gonna roll with it. I had a chance to think about this while I was away. Then you and Nilly almost got killed out on the hull. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse.
Did I do something wrong?
Wait. Are you angry at me or something?
Oh, no, not that. I'm sorry. I'm probably making too big of a deal here. What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
Oh, shit. Are you sure? I'm not saying that.
You don't have to explain it. I feel...
What? What? You feel what? What do you feel? What do you feel? What? What? Why did this happen to me? What the fuck, bro? How? What the fuck are the odds of that? Okay.
Feel the same way.
Oh, what? It just tapped off or something?
So,
what?
Do you want to find out what
Alright,
something
whatever.
is?
Hey, it didn't crash. It didn't crash. It didn't crash.
It's there for you.
Hydrate? Thank you.
And it's there for me. Why not give it a try?
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me? I just said
Hydrate,
yes.
thank you, Aaron.
I wanted to be sure I heard that right.
These are uncharted territories.
I'd call it a chemistry experiment. You know, with us.
Inquiring minds are gonna want to know about this, so... Do you tell Nilly, or do I?
I wouldn't worry about that.
Oh?
Level 1 diagnostic complete.
I have to get back to that to-do list. They're probably looking for me.
Can't blame him.
Let's go. She wanna fuck. She do wanna fuck. And I wanna fuck. We win these.
I'll be seeing you.
Let's fucking go.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Nice, we love our shields.
Holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
Okay. I can only twist in that direction so much. What? Okay, what? No. Understood. Once we count my cursor, seeing, thinking independently. Okay. What is happening? I'm spinning my mouse. What? What? Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. No. Holy shit, I have to spin it so quickly? Dude, my mouse doesn't spin that fast. Like, I have a wired mouse. Okay. I can trick it by just going back and forth really quickly. Holy shit. I was doing giant circles. I was spinning the mouse. Nothing was fucking working. That was annoying.
Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering. Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
We won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Hell yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
Oh, let's go. We needed to get the Excelsior shuttle in here.
Come on, Diaz. First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
Nice. Got to avoid
We're
those.
pulling in debris.
I'm on it.
Use. Perfect. There we go. What's that? Where'd you come from?
That's gonna take out the shuttle. Diaz, the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Can our shields take it?
I believe so.
Commander Ryder, plot an intercept course.
On it.
Perfect.
Here we go. Maneuvering thrusters bearing 53 Mark 17. 200 meters on an intercept course.
Maneuvering.
Got it.
Whoa! Someone's working hard on the bridge.
Interesting. Nice. I thought there might have been more like asteroids had to move out the way or something, but no, we're good.
We got the shuttlecraft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
Perfect. So who's this ambassador? I wonder if it's someone from the series. Oh my god.
Terra firma, so to speak.
Ambassador Spock.
Spock?
The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
Oh my god.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
That's so cool. Ooh, let's say sorry for the rough landing. No, welcome aboard. He's a Vulcan.
Well, let me be the first to say, welcome to the Resolute, Ambassador.
Thank you, Petty Officer...
Carter? Carter Diaz, sir.
I am pleased to meet you, Petty Officer Carter Diaz. It appears I have you to thank for my safe arrival. Your assistance arrived not a moment too soon, if I may say so.
I had some help. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't all me. I got some help from upstairs.
A bombastic approach to clearing debris. We thought we were prepared for our arrival in Hotari space. But it was
Hotari
evident
space
my craft
seems
was not
very
sufficiently robust for such intense
hostile.
ionic activity.
The storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable. So we attempted a short traversal at warp speed, only to find that we could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no faults or anomalies. What do you make of that?
Possibly a Terran
Say that warp
subspace?
speed is possible, but in practice, we find it is not.
So the storm is my best
Well,
guess.
this storm is one of the strangest phenomena we've ever encountered. It's disrupted other systems. Who knows what it might do to a warp drive?
Yes, it would seem further investigation.
Counterpoint, the Omega Protocol. For those who haven't seen Voyager or know some of the deeper lore from some of the comics of Star Trek, the Omega Protocol and the Omega Particle is like a god particle, and it blows up subspace, making it intraversable in warp speed, and that was in Star Trek Voyager. So it's possible something like that's in play too.
Was called for.
That'd be cool. I was so obsessed with the Omega Protocol when I watched that episode as a kid. Oh my god, I would love to have a game based on that.
Thank you.
Ambassador Spock,
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to it. We're already behind.
Application to war.
Ambassador Spock, my senior staff. It's not every day that a captain gets to welcome a Starfleet legend aboard.
You flatter me, Captain Solano. But legend implies the past tense, whereas I am very much focused on our present circumstances.
Fair?
Didn't mean to suggest you were stuck in the past. You're right, Ambassador. Not the most diplomatic choice of words.
Your experience comes from the past. But our present situation calls for it.
True enough.
There we go.
We were hoping you could fill us in on the details. We got the basics from Starfleet. Two formerly peaceful neighbors are now on the brink of war.
Indeed. And the tension between them grows fiercer by the hour. Elydia and Hotari. Elydians are the more advanced species. They made first contact with the Hotari over a century ago. This is Tau, the Hotari moon. It is rich in dilithium, and for decades, the Hotari and the Elydians have shared a mining operation there. The Elydians provide the technological resources, while the Hotari have served as the labor
Delta
force.
streams. So sorry
Stability
for
of that
that.
arrangement was the
No,
source of their
Aaron, you're
peace
good. Don't
until
stress
recently.
anything at all.
The
I just
Hotari
appreciate you
have
popping in
suddenly
while you can. If
forcefully
you
seized
get
control
to
of
go
the mining
and
operations
be another chat,
and
there's no
expelled
worries
the
at
Elydians
all.
from their system.
I'm having a short
That
stream
is
today
the
anyway, so
official
I'll probably be
story,
ending in like
as
15 to
told
20
by
minutes.
Hotari when they requested Federation mediation, but the details remain scant. Communications between all parties have been limited by the ionic interference.
How is it the Hotari were able to turn the tables and take the mines against superior forces, especially after decades in this arrangement?
Unclear. The answer to that question may be the key to a new, lasting peace, and one that I hope we can uncover during these negotiations. But it is unlikely the relatively primitive Hotari forces would stand a chance against the Elydian fleet if this escalates to open war. Left unchecked, this conflict will result in more bloodshed, which is what we are here to prevent.
And the dilithium trade hangs in the balance.
Clearly, the Hotari have been exploited in this relationship.
Maybe we can persuade them peace is the more profitable alternative for everyone. They both profited from the mines. And for the Hotari, something is better than nothing. Peace is our objective, after all.
That is correct.
We can call it profitable or mutually beneficial, but at the end of the day, the Hotari are still being exploited for their own resources.
True peace is not merely the absence of war. And as such, this conflict will surely come
Exactly.
Neither the Elydians or the Hotari
What if the
are members
Hotari...
of the Federation.
Exactly. What if we offer the
Can't
Hotari
make them do
membership?
anything.
There is an additional complicating factor I should mention. In the past, the Federation has relied on the Elydians as a source of dilithium.
That certainly changes things.
The Federation sources its dilithium from a lot of places.
Shit.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
This gives us leverage. We won't be trusted. Leverage.
We could use that as leverage with the Elydians. They'll want the Federation to continue buying from them.
There might be something to that, Commander.
Putting that on the table could make the Hotari more hostile.
Given the Federation's involvement
That's
in
true.
the Elydian dilithium trade, Captain Solano and I must make every
Another
effort to
hydrant?
appear neutral in
Absolutely,
these
Aaron. Thank you so
negotiations.
much.
What worries me is if this whole thing unravels and we're at the mercy of the storm at less than full strength.
We can't let it come to that.
Considering what the Ion Storm has done to our ship, and the Ambassador's shuttle, we have to assume the Elydian fleet has had problems with it as well. This recent surge in the energy disturbance temporarily levels the playing field.
Commander Westbrook is correct. The energy anomalies around the Hotari systems have been noted in the past. But they have never been observed on the orders of magnitude we have seen in recent weeks.
Jesus.
That may answer why the Hotari were able to strike back after so long. They finally had an opportunity, and they took it.
That would also explain the Elydians' restraint.
And reason to learn as much about the energy anomaly as we can while we are here. We do not want to be caught at a disadvantage of our own. So I trust we understand our circumstances.
We're operating on a strict timetable here, and we're going to be leaving for the negotiations shortly. Commander Westbrook, I want you to leverage our systems to investigate the anomaly from here while we're gone.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you all.
Dismissed.
I want to speak to both of you privately.
Oh, okay.
Ambassador Spock, I'd like to make a formal introduction. My first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
Commander, as you are aware, there are limits to what Captain Solano and I can do in our official capacity as representatives of the Federation. But someone in an unofficial capacity, your first officer, for example, would not be bound by those restrictions. Commander Rydek could ingratiate herself to certain parties behind the scenes, where they may be more candid in revealing information that could lead to a resolution.
Ooh, that's true.
She certainly goes her own way. Maybe that helps in this case. It would be unconventional.
I'm honored to be included in the negotiation
Let's go.
process.
I love this idea.
You are not just included. You are instrumental.
Well, I hope Commander Rydek will have more luck finding out what really happened than we will through official diplomatic channels.
The fate of the negotiations, the interests of the Federation, and the prospect for peace may very well depend on it.
That's epic. Navigational complexities. Oh shit.
Mr. Diaz, I understand you have already discussed the warp drive failure with Ambassador Spock?
I have.
It is imperative that the Ambassador's shuttle be flight ready. I need you both to ascertain the root cause of the system failures he encountered.
I'm surprised, Commander. I thought you would have wanted to work on Ambassador Spock's shuttle yourself.
I respect the Ambassador and his many accomplishments, but I do not derive any satisfaction from interacting with his shuttle as if it were somehow transubstantiated through its association with him. Especially when I have the entirety of this starship to concern myself with. I am not the chief engineer of this shuttle.
Well, whatever.
The Ambassador asked me to take a look, and I'm ready to crack this thing open.
Good. You could learn from Mr. Diaz's focus.
I'll take notes.
Then I will leave
She's
you.
not gonna like that.
Make note of any abnormalities in your report. Carry on.
One nice thing about Vulcans, Chovak is the only person who didn't look at this and treat me like I was something to pity.
Hey.
Doc says I should get used to it. Doesn't mean I want to be reminded of it every minute of the day.
Hey, you won't get pity from me. I think it makes you look tough. As tough as you really are, that is.
And that makes you sound pretty smart. I might need you to save me from myself next time, though. Come on. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Oh, she didn't like that? Hold up. Why didn't she like that? Wait, what the fuck? Hold up. Noticed Captain, Jar's first instinct. Noticed Jar's keen intellect and unique insight into the dynamics of the Hotari-Elidian conflict during the mission briefing. Master Spock also noted Jar's humility when Oh, let's go! Had misgivings about his first. Oh, okay, so that's still the same. Now, Carter was clever to appeasing her anger over his. Dude, it was her idea. The fuck? I'm not gonna feel bad for it. It was your idea. Straight to Nick, it seems her intent towards the romantic, and she's like, yeah, let's fucking go. I'll prove Carter's eagerness to work on Ambassador Spock's shuttle. Let's go. Carter's skilled use of tractor beam to rescue his shuttle, and he was left to assume Carter's a team player. Let's fucking go! Let's go, baby!
All set. Let's run the diagnostic. So...
That was weird.
I know about your talk with Miranda.
You do?
She sent me a Priority 1 dispatch.
A
right
Priority 1? For fuck's
I'm happy
sakes.
for you. Both of you.
Thanks.
But I'm only going to tell you this once. Don't screw this up. Because I would be very unhappy if you tried this out and then, I don't know, 6 weeks or 6 days later I have to start splitting holidays between the two of you. All because things went south and you're not on speaking terms. That just isn't gonna work for me.
That will not happen.
That's not gonna happen, okay? And why are you even going there? We haven't even gone on a date yet.
I just want you to know where I stand. I like my friends and I like our group. I don't want to lose that.
No, that is fair. I get that. Nah, that's valid as fuck.
Yeah, it's wrapping up. Let's see. The relays along the primary EPS are blown, but the backup relays are all intact.
An EPS overload from the warp drive could cause that. But how
It
did the
could.
shuttle end up dead in the water?
Huh.
I say like
Well, maybe
right
the
now, I
ship's
have no
data
idea.
recorder can tell us something.
Data recorder? Yeah, let's do it.
Here.
Whoa.
They were only about 8 minutes from their plotted warp point. No faults, just those warnings. What are they?
Well, let's start with the bottom one. Subspatial variance.
Subspace variance out of tolerance. What does that mean?
It means the main navigation array lost sight of space somehow.
Will the array going offline cause that?
Yes, but it should have also thrown a fault code.
Warp cascade failure.
There was a complete warp cascade failure.
Wow. They're lucky the shuttle didn't turn inside out.
Makes me think the computer panicked on the warp field equation.
Warp field inversion?
Warp field became inverted suddenly.
I've seen this happen when the center warp coil cracks.
A cracked warp coil throws a fault code.
Still, we should take a look.
Also, a physically cracked
Any one of
warp
these
coil.
failures should have thrown a fault.
If it was caused by a system failure.
None of this caused the relays to blow. Roll forward to when that happened.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
No, she's right. We need to find out more.
So here, they take a moment to get their bearings and they attempt to re-engage the warp drive.
There. That's the relays blowing.
Mm-hmm.
And look, there's another warp system alert.
What's this?
They're all the same. Subspace variance out of tolerance, or warp inversions. Finally, there's a complete warp cascade failure.
Then it's one of two things. Either a warp coil is cracked, or the navigation array is offline.
That makes sense.
Divide and
Okay,
conquer.
I can see where their
You wanna check
like
the
thought
warp coils or
process
the
is coming from
navigation
with
array?
that.
I'll
Like
check the other.
1000%.
Let's not overcomplicate this.
I wanna
One
check-
of these systems is likely broken.
Yeah, I want to check the warp coil.
I'll check the nacelles for a cracked coil.
100%. Your tricorder can record and analyze data. Looking through it reveal the unseen. Use 2 to equip your tricorder. Hold mouse to scan glowing objects. You must be close to some objects. Let's fucking go. I love that. Objects you scan will activate. Oh, wait. Some objects you scan will activate a deep scan. During a deep scan, use Q and E to switch between different scan modes and search for glowing objects. The mode indicators and tricorder will blink if there is an object to find in that mode. When you have scanned all the objects in the frame. Okay. Cool. To analyze. Gotcha. Static field. In their standby state, warp coils produce a residual electromagnetic field. No deviations. Polypherious depositions. Leading coils show evidence of routine maintenance to repair microaberrations from neutrino interaction. Yep. Nothing on the red spectrum. We already got the blue. Got the green. Oh! Coil cluster. The coil cluster gusts the warp field through the focal event, maintaining a collimated thrust vector. No fractures. So that is this entire warp nacelle. So nothing.
I checked every coil on the port nacelle for imbalances. If any coil in either engine were cracked, I would have detected it. So it must be the navigation array.
Except it's not. Checked and double-checked.
Well, the readings don't lie.
Here comes the security detail for the way team.
We should alert the security detail as to our findings. Oh! Oh, my Boo Bear's one of those. Let's fucking go. Hey, girl, how you doing?
I'm not here.
I'm not here. Oh, let's go.
We're escorting the negotiating team to the surface as soon as they come down from the bridge. I don't want to interrupt some important work. I was just hoping to see you before I go.
Oh my god.
The captain and the others will be here any minute now. Should be an interesting ride down to the surface.
Always time for you.
Come on, I'm never too busy to make time for you.
Let's go.
That's not true.
No. But I am glad you came by.
Let's go.
No, that's more accurate.
Let's go.
I gotta be precise with you, huh?
Hey, Maris. Aren't these those button pushers you're always hanging out with?
And you're the phaser jockeys we always beat in Parisi squares.
Oh!
Right?
All aboard for Hotari.
That another one of the captain's railroad things?
Gotta be. I just usually zone out by the time he gets to the whole, steam engines were the warp drives of their day part. Catch y'all later.
It's not wrong, to be fair.
You don't want to miss your train.
I do have to go.
I say jetliners are like
Not gonna lie.
the warp of our
I'd
day.
rather not leave right now. More important things on my mind.
Chad, do we go for the kiss? Chat, do we go for the kiss? I feel like that's a bit early. We haven't even gone on a date yet. I think it's smoother to go for a come back alive or I'll miss you. I don't think we go for the kiss. Is there an option? I'll be waiting. I don't mind. I'll be waiting. I don't mind. I'll be waiting. We're not doing the kiss. Okay. Come back safe.
Do me a favor. Come back safe.
Deal.
Let's go.
Be seeing you.
Chose to date, Miranda. Let's go.
Etzelarda Diaz. If you could float back down to reality, we still have a ways to go.
Hello, I'm back. Snap back to
All right,
reality.
where
Whoop,
were
there
we?
goes Grant.
So, the warp coils in the navigation array are fine, but the nav computer doesn't seem to think so.
I'm out of ideas short of field stripping the shuttle from bow to stern.
You wanna take this out of the shuttle
Could
and
be
throw it on the
software
bench?
issue,
Oh, real hands-on
or
maintenance.
not an issue with the shuttle.
Okay, the nav computer is patched into the ship.
The ship's computer can double-check our
Come
work.
to think of it, we don't see a
If
lot
the
of
shuttle's
software
nav
issues in
computer's
Star
putting
Trek,
out
do
false
we?
data,
We see
we'll
a
know
lot
it.
of like
Let's run through the shuttle's
hollow
logs then.
issues, which I guess are software, but that's about it.
Running now.
Oh. Right there.
Same. Warp field inversion and a cascade failure. However, the Resolute computer doesn't show the same subspace variance.
We're in the same conditions that the shuttle was in when it failed. Why wouldn't the ship's computer get a matching result?
What if the subspace variance was a momentary occurrence?
That's a possibility, and it would explain why the simulation under our current sensor readings failed to reproduce the issue.
But a subspace anomaly strong enough to cause a warp field collapse would leave graviton ripples for days.
Let's run
Yeah,
with the
no,
momentary
valid.
subspace variance theory for now. Roll forward to the shuttle's attempt to re-engage the warp drive. We need the conditions of space around the shuttle at the moment of warp failure.
Resuming simulation.
Okay.
Error in warp field calculation. Cochrane formula variables are out of range.
That right there. Take the shuttle sensor data from that moment.
Computer, why did the warp field calculation fail?
Warp field pressure returned non-orthogonal. Results are undefined.
That doesn't help.
Non-orthogonal. I don't even know what that means.
What if we use a different ship?
Put the Resolute into the simulation instead of the shuttle.
Yeah, it should warp just fine. Unless... Computer, run the simulation with the Resolute.
Resolute simulated.
Computer, give me manual control on the warp power.
Man, I wish we had this level of, like...
Static field intensity, warp 1.1.
I don't even know
1.2.
what this... It's like an interactive simulation, I guess?
1.3. Warp pressure is destabilizing. Error in warp field calculation. The warp drive has experienced a system-wide cascade failure.
What?
Warp field collapsed. Subspace variance is out of tolerance. Cochrane formula results are undefined.
Bingo.
What-o?
The same moment when the shuttle failed to warp, so did the ship. Whatever happened to the shuttle just happened to us. The Resolute will not sustain warp.
We can't leave Hotari space.
Oh! Okay. But if we reached warp point 2, I think it was, then we should still have faster than light communication, right? I think that's what that means. So it's probably not the Omega particle, which is what I was hoping for. Because the Omega particle would straight up obliterate it. This might be a good place to call it, though. Let's take a look at our relationships. And we will save the actual peace negotiations for the next stream. Now, the next stream will likely be tomorrow. But yeah, let's take a look here. So for Jara, misgiving. So that's still the same. That's still the same. Intellect. Yep, same. Excuse me. Okay, so that's all the same. Let's go to Carter. Team player. Uranus. Yep. Carter. Thought Carter was clever in his approach of appeasing her anger over his going first on the hall. Okay. Mary loved Carter's charming personality when they were saying goodbye in the docking bay. Let's fucking go, dude. Holy shit. Alright. Make sure when to exit. Yes. Let's make sure this saved properly. There we go. Seat of power. So that is where we will start off next time. Let me get out because I still have all of this music in my ear. There we go. But I want to thank everyone for hanging out today. It was a ton of fun. Oh my god, I love this game. It is, oh my god, it's so good. I'm gonna be sending us over. I shouldn't have started saying that so confidently. I haven't picked someone yet. Give me a moment. Let's see. If anyone's in chat, would you prefer to go over to Pixie, who's currently doing Oblivion Remastered? Or would you prefer to go over to Dulcet ASMR and get some nice relaxing time in? While you do that, I do want to thank everyone for hanging out today. This, like I said, this was a ton of fun. I'm gonna be going live tomorrow. I'm unsure if I'm playing this game. If I'm solo, I will be continuing this game. If I'm going live with other people, I won't be, obviously. um, let's see. This week, I will be going live tomorrow, Wednesday, and possibly Thursday, maybe. Thursday's up in the air right now. Friday, I'm definitely taking off as always, and then we'll see about Saturday. I'll know later in the week. Other than that, thank you all for hanging out today. If you're watching this as a VOD, thank you for hanging out all the way and watching all the way to the end. If you're watching this over on YouTube, the exact same. Thank you for hanging out, watching all the way to the end. No one has answered yet, so let's see. You know what? I wish I could remember if we did Pixie or Dulcet last. Because I know we did Ray on Sunday. So yesterday. Yeah, screw it. We're gonna raid Dulcet because she was here earlier hanging out. Go ahead and copy the raid message here if you'd like to support. And if anyone wants to join the Discord, go ahead and click on this link to do so. As I said before, thank you all for hanging out, and I will see you all tomorrow for the next stream.